Happy Bonus Monday, or whatever today's. We did, yes. Players just voted on them, and we have Russell Wilson, we have Cortland Sutton, Brandon McManus, Bradley Chubb, and Justin Simmons.
You've talked about the importance of player-led teams. What stands out to you about those guys and the fact that they were chosen by their teammates?
Obviously, we had everybody vote. I think the best testament was how many guys we got votes. It wasn't just those five. It was numerous guys. On the offensive line, we had a bunch of guys. And I think it's just great to see there's so many people that believe in their teammates. It wasn't just such a very specific amount of guys. So I think that's what's great to see. Yeah, right now everybody's going to be practicing. We'll have all those guys up and see where they're at. Just all the guys getting comfortable in their set. For Billy particularly, just comfortable in his sets and everything, so he's ready to go. He's a veteran, so he'll know if he's ready to rock.
Do you have a leadership council here with the team, and if so, do you meet with them?
Right now, no. We'll just meet with the captains.
And how often do you meet with them and seek their advice, or they want?
Whenever I think it's necessary. Like today, we'll meet a little bit just because it's just been announced, and then I don't want just the captains. I want it to be the whole team. If they have something, I want them to feel like they can come to me along with the captains to be able to get what we need to get done for us and what's right for us.
Was Alberto battling an injury last week? We saw him not practice.
Yeah, he just had a little tightness, and so we're just making sure everybody's great, but he'll be out there today.
With Billy, do you want to get him to a point where you feel like he can play an entire game, or is there a world in which you want to get him out there?
No, we definitely want him to play the whole game, and I've been with Billy for a long time, so I trust he'll let us know if he's ready to go.
Four of the five captains are among the longest tenured players on this team. Literally 4 of the 5 longest tenured players on the team are captains. What does that say about not just the value of experience, but the value of experience here toward how guys in the locker room respect?
Yeah, I think those guys are all really good players. But not only are they really good players, but they're really good leaders, and they're great people. So I think those things all kind of take into account for it, and they're guys that have been here and done some really good things, and we're looking for great things from them.
It's no surprise that Russell's a captain, but how crucial is it to have your quarterback be a leader?
Yeah, I think you always want the quarterback to be one of those guys that you're looking to because, they're the ones that really, roll with the whole offense and how the team plays. So, I'm very glad he was voted the captain. But in the end, it's about who the players believe in. And right now they've got those guys. And I know they believe in a lot of people. It's not just Russell or anybody else.
Seattle, a lot of people think they're in transition and that kind of thing. What have you seen from their roster and what they got from the preseason?
I'll tell you, looking primarily at the defense up to this point, they're a very good defensive football team. They've got some huge human beings up front with a lot of experience. We all know Shelby. Shelby's a really good player. Woods at the nose, he's dominant player up in the middle there. And then, just even in the back end, you look at 33, golly. He's a force, gone against him a couple times, and, he makes his presence known. So people are talking about that transition stuff, but from a defense perspective, they sure look, they look really good right now. And then from an offensive standpoint, they're still got a bunch of good players there that have made a lot of plays. So it's going to be a heck of a battle.
How do you simulate the crowd noise there that's on you?
Turn it up as loud as we possibly can. Obviously we know it's one of the loudest stadiums. That and Arrowhead, for my experience, have been the two, loudest. So we have to do whatever we can to make it so no one can hear. So bring your earplugs.
What about the offensive game plan? What did you put in last week and what's left?
We really haven't put anything in officially. We're just kind of working through it, some of the things and ideas that we might have had, but it's so fluid because there's such a long period of time that you don't want the game plan to get dull. So we'll kind of really set in on it on Thursday. I think it's Thursday because of the Monday game. But up to that point, we've just been working on some things we think we might get to.
Russell says he never gets nervous, has no fear. Do you have to talk to him at all about trying not to do too much given the context of this game, first game back in Seattle?
I think whenever you're dealing with a quarterback, it's always about living within the system and going through your progressions, making those right decisions. This is obviously a big game because it's the first game. It's a big game because it's Monday night. It's a big game because he's going to be there. Those are just the facts. But I think that, I think he always says that pressure's a privilege, and I think that that's something great that he lives off of. And I agree with that. And I mean, we're just excited to go play a football game. I mean, all these guys have been chomping at the bit, and that's what you want. And so I'm excited to see him out there.
How has Russ improved day to day, week to week, over the offseason and preseason in terms of living within the system?
I think that's just been for us a trust and a communication and understanding what we're asking for from each play. And I think that as the play caller, as the offensive coordinator, all of our coaches have to explain the whys on every play on what we're trying to attack and why we're trying to attack that way. And I think that as he's seen how we have presented that, I think he's understood that more, which has made him even more confident in the things that we're doing. So I think that's just, you see his confidence in the system and what we're trying to accomplish.
Time for a few more for the coach.
Do you think you'll be nervous for your first game?
No, this isn't my first game. I mean, he's still calling the plays and still going through, the same process you go through throughout the week. There's just a couple other people you got to talk to without the week. But, I mean, in the end, it's a football game. In the end, it's about your preparation. Once you prepare the whole week and you feel great about it, then you're on autopilot and ready to make adjustments if you need to.
As you get into sort of slimming down a game plan for the first time in a game as head coach, how do you go about sort of soliciting ideas and how many people are involved in sort of that?
Yeah, I mean, I give so much credit to the guys that I work with, the offensive group. They've been absolutely fantastic in everything from the ideas, understanding when to present the ideas, because everybody always has a ton of different things you want to do, and it is an art to be able to take it down to the specific plays that we want to get to. We want to make sure that we're attacking down the field as much as possible. We still have high efficiency plays. So those things are, all of us are working together for the first time, and up to this point, I mean, it's been great. I mean, those guys have really done a great job, and then Coach Outen's done a great job getting us ready to go out, practice, and scripting and all the things that he does. But no, it's been great. I'm really pleased with everything.
Where have you seen the biggest
Nick?
gain from Javonte Williams from the time that you guys first got into his staff to now?
Yeah, I think he's starting to get really comfortable with the system. Just actually was talking with him in meetings and asking a couple questions, and he was answering it right away, which I think is great. And it's something, as you trust all these guys and they trust me, is once we're all speaking the same language, we're all having the same voice, that's when things can really start going, when everybody knows exactly what to do. That's the first battle. It's hearing the call and knowing the call. So we always talk about that, and he's doing a really good job on that one. And the more comfortable he can be out there and not have to think about what to do, and he can just go be the football player that he is, that's when we'll see him be more successful.